This word faith, prosperity gospel, name it and claim it theology, which it's all part of the same, it's all the same thing. Nobody would have ever heard of it probably if it wasn't for TBN. TBN, again, the largest purveyors of this word faith, prosperity gospel theology that teaches even Jesus needed to be born again because he went to hell when he died. It's evil. It's evil, but this is TBN. Okay, one more clip. I know some of this is hard to watch, I know, but we need to speak the truth because millions and millions of people are being deceived. Even if you think, well, all the Christians I know better. Trust me, a lot don't. But people in Africa, all over the world, are being deceived. Here is Mike Murdock. One more clip. Con man, literal con man, Mike Murdock, who appeared on TBN more times than I can count, scamming people with his seed faith offering. Watch.
In fact, I have a feeling that somebody watching me right now, I have a feeling that somebody that wants a credit card debt wiped out, that if you'll use your faith as you sow the 1,000 on a credit card, as you use your faith, God's going to wipe out your credit card indebtedness. I want you to get up and go to the phone. I feel impressed tonight to pray. There's 4 or 5 here, maybe more, but there's 4 or 5 right here in the studio that I feel impressed to come into a covenant with you on your $1,000 seed. I don't normally do this, but I feel like the moment that we link hands, there's going to be an impartation, a Boaz impartation.
A Boaz impartation? What in the world is that? He's just making stuff up. But he's telling people, if you want your miracle, this is maybe the most disturbing thing. TBN teaches people, if you want to be blessed by God, you got to give me your money. You can't be blessed by God unless you send the televangelist your money. So send in your $1,000 seed faith offering. Sow your seed of faith. God will give you healing, that miracle, whatever, pay you back tenfold, whatever the con is. And you heard him, Mike Murdock, the con artist on TBN. And by the way, the term con man, it comes from the term confidence man. So they speak with such confidence, it's like you believe them because they're so confident. So that's where the term con man came from. And Mike Murdock is a literal con man telling people, think about the logic. You're so in debt, you're facing credit card debt, but the way to get out of credit card debt is to charge another $1,000 on your credit card. Oh, and give the money to me. And God will get you out of credit card debt by charging 1,000 more on the credit card. How does that work? But he's scamming people. He's getting their money and they're getting more and more in debt. God is not going to bless people for supporting false teachers. So they're just digging the hole deeper. But why do people, we'll end with this. Why do people give money to people like this? I think a lot probably know this isn't real. It's not going to work, but they're desperate, right? Somebody watching TBN at 2 in the morning. That's when the most blatant programs like that are on, 2, 3 in the morning. They're desperate, they're sick, they're dying of cancer, and they figure, I'm dying anyways, might as well give it a shot. And they send in their money. They're so desperate, they've tried everything else. Hey, I'm so far in debt, what's another $1,000? I'll send it in to Mike Murdock or Paul Crouch. And these are people that are being taken advantage of. Again, the elderly being scammed by supposed Christian preachers. And you know what? It makes me sick. It makes me angry. I have righteous indignation. I am angry about this. I am sincerely angered by this. But Kirk Cameron, what's he decided to do? He goes on TBN partnering with false teachers, doing fundraisers to raise money for these people. The heresy is off the charts. It is off the charts.